Welcome to Thursday's episode. Why does my voice sound like this? Is this from my sinuses? I'm always like, I talk for a living and I struggle with my voice. I think I need to see one of those, when like Adele has voice issues, she goes to a special doctor and they fix up her vocal cords. I think that's what I need. Also, when I sing from my chest and not my stomach. So my voice cuts out like right away. If I'm in the car singing real loud to whoever, probably like, remember when Carrie Underwood had that song, that one album? It was like, I dug my keys into the side. Like I used to scream that album out loud, and within 2, 3 songs, my voice is gone because I sing with my throat instead of my stomach. So I should take voice lessons. Anywho, I wanted to give a little bit of a fish update because I haven't been on Instagram stories much. I was away last week. So we started with 3 fish. We got 3 little neon tetras. That's the ones that Milo picked out. We set up the tank. We let it, marinate for a week before we introduced fish into it. We checked the water. Everything was good. Temperature was good. So we put the 3 fish in, the 3 little blue tetras, and 2 of them passed away. My husband got another one from PetSmart. It's a tetra. It's the same kind of fish, but it's not neon blue. That one seems to be thriving. So right now there's 2 fish in the tank, and technically you should have at least 3 because they feel best in a school. That's what they called it, like they are like community fish. That's what they're called. So the one that is not neon blue is thriving. When we put food in the evening, he's like all over it. He looks strong. He swims around all over the tank. But the one blue neon tetra that we have left literally just like sits at the bottom of the tank. Haven't seen him eat. So that stresses me out. And I Googled what that means. And it means that your fish is stressed. It could be water temperature, which I don't think it is because our water is the right temperature for that kind of fish. It could be like fish that he's sharing a tank with. So maybe he's being bullied, He's stressed out for whatever reason. And it makes me so sad because I feel like there's nothing we can do. Today, we're going to clean the tank, which makes me nervous. Like we're going to stress him out even more. So my husband bought this little handheld vacuum thing that you work manually and you can run it through the gravel at the bottom of the tank and it will pick up. I swear when I was in LA, they were overfeeding the fish because there's food all in the bottom of the tank. I texted my husband, like, how much food are you putting in the frickin' tank? And he said, oh, just a pinch. But no, I think they were putting way too much food. So we got to clean all that up. And then you empty like 10 to 25% of the water with this little handheld vacuum device. You like suck it up into a bucket. And then we put a bucket of water on the bathroom counter last night so it could get to room temperature before we put it in the tank to like put fresh water in the tank. So we're going to do that today. Lord knows what's going to happen. I feel like fish are so, delicate. And it's really stressful. And we'll see what happens. I do want to get like 2 or 3 more fish so that these fish have friends. But we'll see. If they keep passing away, we might just have to get, I'm sure Amazon has like robotic fish that you can just put in there, turn on, and they like float around. It was a really good learning lesson anyways. So today I wanted to talk about prioritizing ourselves because I feel like I lived by myself for 10 plus years when I was going through grad school. It was lovely. I I had no other real responsibilities. Yes, I was in school, but the focus was on me. It's like, oh, I want to start being more active. Okay, I have all the time in the world to be able to adjust my schedule to go to yoga, go for long walks, whatever I want to do. A lot of the buildings that I lived in had little gyms in them, so I could do that. Very easy. Oh, you feel like going to work out at 8 o'clock at night? Done. Also, the house, my condo was always super clean because that is something that's important to me. I feel like clutter and things not being set up properly and organized really like mentally affects me. And it's almost impossible to, especially because we've been moving so much. It's like, when will we be in a house that's set up properly? And it takes time to do that. And I feel like I have no time. I should be spending a lot of time every day setting this house up, organizing, getting the studio set up so I have a proper place to work. I'm not taking meetings sitting on my floor in my bedroom. Where's the time? Like, who has the time? And then there's the skincare. And it got me thinking because I just recorded an episode with the co-founder of Delavie Sciences in LA. And one of the things I asked him about was like, online you see these 10-step skincare routines, and I'm lucky if I just splash some water on my face and put a basic cream on. That's my skincare routine. I don't go for regular facials. I don't do anything. And so I asked him about it, and he was like, yeah, nobody needs that kind of skincare. And really, it can be detrimental to your skin to put so many products on it day in and day out. And I was like, thank you. That makes me feel better, because it's like those morning routine videos that you see. Like, get up, have my green tea with a splash of lemon, do my stretching, do my journaling. There's all these things that are allegedly so beneficial for us that seem so lovely. Like, I want to journal and read nonfiction and learn and have all these interests and do date nights with my husband and have a 10-step skincare routine, exfoliate my body once a week, do a ice roller on my face, maybe a hair mask, have my nails done. The list is endless. Get a spray tan. I loved the way I looked with the spray tan I got before LA. Would love to get that regularly. It's wild, like teeth whitening, getting my hair done. And those are just like, I feel like a lot of people just do those things regularly. And those are not necessarily health related things, but then you get into the health related things. All the supplements that I want to keep up with for hormones and whatnot. Then there's eating properly based on what time of my cycle it is. All of these things are so much mental energy, and we're already, like, nobody explained the amount of admin you do as an adult, especially an adult with a child. Like, Milo has a haircut today. We're going to the dentist soon. The paperwork and the figuring out what school he's going to go to. We're probably going to have to go tour some schools soon. Back to school shopping. Like, it's endless, making sure we have stuff for lunches and yada, yada, yada. Not to mention, I bought some French books because I'm like, what if he gets into the French immersion school? Now I have to like worry about a fucking language. Now I have to teach him a language, and teach myself at the same time, because we all know my experience with French. If you don't know, maybe I'll tell the story again one day, but it's a little stressful. So yeah, it's like at the end of the day, what is a priority for me? Hands down, it's pooping. Like if I get super constipated, which I am prone to be constipated, it ruins my entire day. Like it ruins everything. I feel gross, bloaty. I absolutely hate it. I'm uncomfortable. And it's just like mentally, I know what I should be pooping like because I have had periods of time where I have super healthy poops. So then I think about it. I'm like, I know what should be happening and it's not. So I know what's stuck inside there. And that is not a good mental picture or thought to have throughout the day. So pooping for sure. I need to start being physically active because I know that it is so good for me. It has been really hard to get back into it. I thought once we moved to Guelph, there would be so many things available to us, but I've just been so busy. Like, it's not an excuse. Like, I could easily sign up for yoga and start going, especially now that my husband's not on call all the time, but I just have not. Like, why? Why? I think I'll sign up for September 1st and make a schedule and start going. Also, I was talking to Caroline in LA. Like a lot of my job has to do with being creative and like thinking and planning stuff out. And I do none of that. I have always been someone that just kind of posts in the moment. I never pre-plan content or topics that I want to talk about. And it's so stressful because there'll be a week at a time where I don't feel like creating anything or doing anything or even being on social media. And so just nothing goes out. I don't make anything. I should be having time in my day where I'm just like thinking, consuming other people's content, getting inspiration, jotting down ideas, and then a day where I'm actually creating the content, like filming it, editing it, and getting it ready to be put out. But I'm doing all the frickin' admin, which, hiring an assistant this fall, hopefully in September, will come in handy because I need all of that stuff off my plate so that I can do the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing. So many creators have teams of people and I'm just like, holy shit, I'm one person. Now I have Sean that helps me with the podcast account, which has been super helpful, creating the reels and whatnot. But yeah, now I need to get my own account, like the Renee REINA, back in order. So that's not really like physical or mental health, but it kind of is because your work, like when you feel like you're not being productive in work, you could be doing so much better. You could be doing so much more. It weighs on your mental health. And for me, I know when I have so many things to do, whether it be setting up the house, work stuff, I almost freeze. Instead of being like, okay, let's get stuff done. Let's make a list and start checking them off the list. Sometimes I'll just freeze and I don't do anything. But then you also need time to relax and chill and rest. Hashtag rest is productive. So I try and do that too. But then usually I'm just ruminating about all the things I should be doing or could be doing. Anyways, it's tough. And what I make a priority for myself is not necessarily going to be a priority for someone else. You could have completely different priorities. I would love to be a person that plans out their meals because pooping is so important to me. Obviously, what I eat is super important and I know what I should be eating. And, routines that I should be having. For example, before I went to LA, I was doing the kiwi thing, eating lots of kiwis, having peppermint tea in the evening, doing the castor oil belly rub with the heating pad, and that was incredible. And then I stopped doing it when I went to LA. I totally forgot I had the castor oil in my suitcase, and now I've fallen off that trend. So I need to get back into that. It's like so many things, and I don't know why the smallest of things are difficult to maintain and to do. Like, why? Especially in the summer, and you might be finding this too, when kids are out of school and you're out of your regular routine. It's like we get up at this time, everybody gets ready, we drive the kids to school or walk them to school, or they hop on the bus, and then you have your regular routine that you follow, and it's easier then to be successful with habits that you want to make. So this summer I have been barely having my athletic greens, because I would have my athletic greens every single time I drove Milo to school. It was like part of the morning routine. I would get him ready before we'd get in the car. I would make my athletic greens and drink it on the way to and from school. Super easy. Now I don't do that anymore. So it's kind of just, I forget about it. Oh my gosh. And so the admin of being an adult and a mother takes over your ability to prioritize yourself and be mindful of like routines. And God, I don't know why it seems so easy for other people to do online, but maybe that's just what their content is about. And so it seems like it's easy for other people. And maybe, like, I don't know, I'm all over the place. And then there's like the ADHD thing. Does that play a role? I don't know. And I'm too scared to get medicated for it, because I've heard quite a few people that have started the medication and then you don't sleep. And not sleeping, I cannot handle that. No, thank you. So, oh yeah, and then like mental health. I feel like I'm better with that because I am very self-aware when I'm like anxious, when I'm not feeling right. And so I will like back away from social media if that's not serving me at that time. I will go for more walks or, spend more time alone, like whatever I need to feel better. I'm pretty good at that. But again, like I've been super anxious the last couple days, and Milo's home. Thank God my mother-in-law is here, because I don't know how I would have survived this week. Like I wouldn't have. She plays with him like all day. It's crazy. But I've had so much work to get done and prep for this thing that I'm hosting tomorrow, which is like giving me anxiety, trying to figure out what to wear, which gives me so much anxiety because I never plan ahead for what I'm going to wear. And then I'm like 2 days before and I don't have shoes and I don't have the... But anyways, this week has just been bananas. And I just want to make it to Friday at 4 p.m. when everything will be submitted and done. My sister's coming Friday, and Saturday we are going to the Jonas Brothers concert. So I'm just so looking forward to that, to this week being done. Next week, so we found this really cool camp in Guelph, and Milo wanted to try it. I think he's coming in my room right now. Hi. Are you going to camp next week? Watch my water. Okay, come here. Are you going to camp next week?
No.
Anyways, I'm gonna have to wrap this up right now. This is what happens when you podcast from home with a child. Good times. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, prioritize yourself. Actually sit and think, like, what do I need? What matters to me? What matters to me? What do I enjoy doing? What makes me feel better? What is a priority for me? Sit and think about that. Actually write stuff down and then see how you can implement it into your day-to-day. Even if you just start slowly, and then maybe we can be better at prioritizing ourselves. Right, Milo? All right, well, thanks for listening, guys. It's been a real slice. Just got to make it to Friday. Okay, bye-bye.